All right, guys, this is another episode where we're going to solve a problem in marketing automation that someone is facing on Upwork. Right? So let's, we're not exactly going to solve it. We are going to think through and hopefully uh, come up with a step by step process, how that's going to look like, and how we'll be able to accomplish our goals here. Right? So this is a case study. They need help with automation via Zapier. All right, a classic one. And all right, so for the business, they need to finish a Zapier automation where that they want a lead of the client who has paid through a payment gateway. It needs to be fed into a portal. All right, so basically a CRM, right? Once you make the payment, it should trigger an automation where the data of the customer or the lead, it should be fetched by the CRM. Perfect. And the current Zap is not working, and they're using, it seems, GoHighLevel or Samcart. All right, and the portal is Practice Better. Okay, they need a diagnosis why the leads and payments are not triggering the automation correctly, fixing the mapping, trigger logic, and testing end-to-end confirmation whether it's working or not. All right, perfect. It's a one-off project. All right, so we won't get into the details how they want it to be done. And all right, so the good thing is with Zapier, they have a native connection for GHL already. So it's called Lead Connector, and it's going to be a simple 2 to 3 step Zap. To be honest, it's not going to be super complex. And for the platform, which is Practice Better, they also have a native integration, thankfully for us, with Zapier. Okay, so I've looked into it. Setup would be super easy, but let's sketch out what you would actually need to do and what I think the issue potentially could be with the automation they already have set up, right? Which is not working, of course. And what I think is happening is, so once you make the payment, right? So you have, let's call it a payee who is spending some dollars here, and they need to be sent to a CRM. This triangle is a little house. We'll call it our warehouse for customers and leads. It needs to be sent here, right? This is basically your CRM. Awesome. So what happens is in GoHighLevel, when you're setting up the automation, your automation should have a pipeline state change so that you can initiate the trigger. Inside the foundation, right? When you're setting up GoHighLevel, you have to make sure in this scenario, right? For this scenario, when someone makes the payment, GoHighLevel has their native payment integrations. It has Stripe and others as well, which is perfect. So once you make the payment, GoHighLevel can confirm that, it records it, it logs it. And once that is logged internally inside GoHighLevel, I don't have an account right now. I could have shown you guys, but internally it needs to change the stage for that person who made the payment to closed or paid, something like that, right? In the pipeline. Because imagine like you have someone coming in, they're a lead, right? First you create the contact, that's a lead. Once the payment is made, it should turn into a customer or paid, something like that, right? That's the second stage. And that has to be a automation inside GoHighLevel, separate from our Zap here. Perfect, right? So once that happens, once the pipeline stage is changed, what Zap would do is it would immediately when the pipeline changes, it will trigger our automation here. So once it's triggered, you can easily send it to Practice Better. They have a native integration. So they have a lot of actions. Add client, this is the easiest one. It's connect your account, add client, add the details that you fetched from GHL, and voila, that's it. That's all there is. This is, I know it sounds super easy, right? But when you think of it, it has two automations working, one inside of GHL and one in Zap. So that's how it should be done. And I don't know if this person who's watching the video, they're going to see this solution here. But anyway, I hope this helps someone out there who faces a similar problem, uh, right, with their GHL integration. And that's it. And I suggest documenting the work so that in case it needs a diagnosis or someone else needs to look at it later on, right, you have the documentation with you. Awesome. I'm going to see you in the next video, hopefully in a new case study. But until then, keep automating and keep killing it. Take care.